Hello, hello everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Are you ready for your Bad Apple review? Today we're taking a bite out of the Joker 2, Folie, Deux, and buckle up because this one does not disappoint. All aboard the crazy train. Let's give the people what they want to see. Right away, as the screen opens, we get thrown into the character of Joker as well as Arthur, and we see a duality there, a shadow version as well as the real life version, albeit in a way that is make-believe. So we're seeing that dynamic unfold, which leads us into his current situation of seeing him locked up, incarcerated at asylum where he is being held until his trial. There is a big deep dive on the duality, the possible fracturing of a mindset, the fracturing, splintering off of personalities within one mind. And that is something that this movie takes a look at. He, being a comedian at heart, being someone who has escaped into this world of fantasy to escape trauma, pain, neglect, abuse, all of that over the years, uses escapism, and his method of that is comedy, of becoming this clown, of being what the people want to see, of making others laugh, or at least trying to make others laugh. He wants to step up and perform, but it's taken him to a place where he has had an absolute collapse within his mindset, within his realm of being able to put together pieces of what's real and what's not real. We're seeing someone that has really undergone a catastrophic break in their psyche. How do you put back those pieces? Is he crazy? Is he making this all up? Has he splintered into multiple personalities? The Joker being one of them. We as the audience are kind of watching that process unfold, as well as everyone that is in the film. His cult following, his lawyer, people in his life. They too are asking the question, why? Why did he go off the rails and kill 6 people? Are there multiple personalities that have splintered because of an abusive childhood and the relationship with his mother and never feeling like he was good enough? What is going on in his mindset? And our plot unfolds. In case there was any confusion or anything that needed to really be said, it is the fact that this is a musical. This is really a court drama, thriller-esque ride of the crazy train, circling a musical. I was not expecting that. I thought that there was going to, of course, be musical elements, musical aspects. There was going to be a singing here or a dance there. Yes, you expect that even with the Joker character. He is very flamboyant, over the top, and likes to kind of do everything to song or set the stage for his audience because he's here to entertain. That being said, this is the song that does not quit. I did enjoy a good amount of the music. I did enjoy the song choices. I think it really reflected the time. I think it really reflected what the audience is supposed to be taking away from the movie. I think it really did a good job of tying in like old school or old screen Hollywood times, as well as like your Sonny and Cher type of banter back and forth, bringing entertainment to the screen. Now, I don't think that's what anyone in the audience was asking for. So it gets shoved down your throat, and then it's kind of like you got the Italian mom or grandma like giving you extra servings. It does not quit. If you are a Lady Gaga fan, you will enjoy this movie. If you're going there to see her, you're someone specifically that said, oh my goodness, I can't get enough of her. This is great because you do get her finding the voice of Lee, and you do see a wonderful performance by her. She's a phenomenal actress, and I can't wait to see a deeper dive in the future from her, because I think that that's going to be coming to a theater near us pretty soon. If I had to kind of foreshadow what I see happening moving forward with this. Now, that being said, I wish they really did a deeper dive on this character. She is phenomenal. I love the wardrobe, the costume. She is just not full blown, but you can see her starting to awaken the Harley within, right? That Harley Quinn character within. You can see it emerging. You can feel it. And I'm truly thinking that we're watching her journey. Now, I say that having known full blown here that people are going to say this was all about Joker. She's just kind of a appetizer and like a garnish, right? If I had to relate it somehow, like she's not the main character, even though it does give this like duality. I think the main characters here, from my perspective of viewing it, was really Arthur and the Joker, one and the same, this duality. Or are they one and the same? What's really going on? Trying to figure that out. I think that is your character base. And then you do have Harley, who is here for the supporting role. And she does a phenomenal job. I just wish it dived deeper into who she is as a person. But I think this is really starting to just give us a hint of who she is, to then do a deeper dive later. We have Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. We've seen him in this role before. He's won an award for it. He delivers. I think everyone going to see this knows that he is going to deliver a phenomenal performance. I'm here to tell you, no matter what anybody says, he delivers. He stepped it up. This had to really push him outside of his comfort zone in so many different ways. I mean, physical, mental, and then as a performer, I know he's done things before, right? Johnny Cash, where he's had to come forward and use his voice, but he does not disappoint here. I was blown away by his performance. I think that he brought it. I think he delivered. I think he stepped up. Amazing performance by him on so many different levels. Not just when he's verbal or singing, but also when he's just quiet. And I'm feeling the turmoil that he's going through. He really brought to life this character. I feel as though we saw depths that we didn't see in the first one. It's 2 years later. He's in Arkham. He's locked up in the asylum. He's around other people of similar mindsets, disturbing mindsets. Shows the inner struggle in the processing of making sense of what he did, and he can't fix that. And not knowing what to do moving forward, but realizing that maybe, just maybe, it's him and not some fractured mentality, but him. Harry Lottie is in this. He plays Harvey Dent, and he is the Gotham City ADA. This was a delight to see him. I enjoyed it, and I don't know, this is probably me just being a big geek. I enjoyed seeing him. I enjoyed the character. I think he did a decent job, and I was happy that they included this character in the film. It is a connection that I enjoyed seeing. One of the guards, played by Brandon Gleeson, has a love for music and ends up being the catalyst, the reason for Arthur being able to attend these music classes, where he then is introduced to the character of Lee. This is one guard that does go kind of above and beyond and takes an interest in Arthur. However, that being said, he's still one that pokes and jabs and is always trying to provoke the Joker character to come out. They want the jokes, they want the entertainment, give the people what they want. Another symbolic way that we're seeing Arthur have the people always wanting, always demanding, always triggering him to give them what they came for. Give them what they want. Let's give it to them. It's a poke, it's a poke, it's a poke. It's a constant poke and prod. And he has taken so much abuse, that we know for sure. We know that this character of Arthur over the years has had a traumatic childhood, has not had a good, stable household, was taken in by the system and then put right back into a household that was abusive to him, that poked him, that prodded him, that pushed him, that didn't fill into him but stole from him who he was and made him feel like the only escapism that he had was his comedy. So it makes sense that he is then going to try to escape into a world of comedy, laughter, and giving the people what they want. Very warped. It is very dark-minded. It is very sad. It is sad. It is lonely. It takes you to depths that you just aren't comfortable with. You're in the shallows, kind of walking around. You got soggy, wet feet. You're uncomfortable. And you're just wondering, can it go any lower? And it does. It dives even lower from an emotional standpoint of making you really unpack and unfold what is going on in this character Arthur's mind, the shallows, the depths that he's really had to go to. And now there's this bright light of hope brought to him through the character of Lee that makes him instead want to emanate this laugh, this uncomfortable, confusing, jarring laugh that we know and love as the Joker. Instead, now he's turning to song. Director is Todd Phillips. He directed the first Joker movie. He's won awards. He's wanting to come back and deliver another movie, albeit maybe for a monetary standpoint, but I'm really seeing depth to this film that I didn't think was going to be there. So I think when we peel back this onion and when we really are submersed and able to take multiple looks at it, that we will see a bigger picture of his inner workings, of how his brain works and what he wanted to portray to the audience. I might be reading into it a little bit too much. Sometimes I do that, but I think there's a lot to unpack here, and it excites me, and I'm okay with that, even if it's just me reading into it, because they let me go there. They gave me the opportunity to see these things in ways that I have to go back and reflect on everything. It really is making me take a step back and reevaluate the first movie, as well as other movies, as well as what I'm seeing coming forward. I now am in a place of unknowns, and although I'm not happy with the overall movie, I'm happy with this feeling of wondering what's to come. Every single character that we see come in contact with Arthur in some way, shape, or form is trying to see the Joker, trying to provoke the Joker, wanting that character to come forward. Even us as the audience, we went to see the Joker. Right there in the title, that's what we're here for. Show us what we want to see. Cinematography is stunning. Angles, the picture, feel pulled into it. You feel sucked in. I saw this on the IMAX. I think that's a brilliant way to view this film because it really does make you feel the depths of Gotham, the depths of the asylum, and then also just the depths of the character performances in the moment. Overall, watching the breakdown of someone's psyche, anyone dealing with mental issues, mental disturbances, it's a sad process. It's a disturbing process, and that is brought to the film. We see it, and I do believe that anyone watching this is going to feel uncomfortable with that because it's in your face, and if you in any way care about other human beings, it's painful to see. It's sad to see. It's depressing to see. That being said, I think it is a story that unfolds in a way that is confusing on purpose because that's what would be happening. It is confusing. You're trying to make sense of what's happening here. Is this real? Is this not real? Does he think it's real? Are these people real? Is this all part of a figment of his imagination? There's a lot of layers to unpack. And at times, there's elements of both things going on. There can be something happening and unfolding, and how Arthur is perceiving it is completely different than everyone else in the room. It's all about the perception and what's going on upstairs in the mindset of Arthur Fleck. All in all, my take on this movie, I hated it. I hated it, and I hated every minute of it until the third act. Then I really started to appreciate everything I had seen up until then, as well as start to unpack things along the way, appreciate the dynamics of the characters, as well as the immersion from the audience. And then by the time it ended and everything wrapped up, I felt very like shell-shocked trying to figure out exactly what unfolded, because there's different takeaways to this ending. And I do feel as though there's going to be a lot of discussion about the ending and the possibility of what's going to be coming moving forward. I think there's different takeaways, and depending on how much effort and energy you want to put into dissecting this film, it could lead you to a whole bunch of different places. And I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm saying go see it. Oh, I would go see it. I might go see it again. Don't yell at me. I might go see it again. I mean, crap, I might go see this again. And I don't just go back and see movies, but I do have some friends that want to go see it, so I might go back again. I might put myself through this torture one more time. It's just, yeah. If you like Lady Gaga, if you're a fan of Joaquin Phoenix, if you want to support this director, if you're a fan of the Joker and the franchise, and you know about these characters, go see it. Go see it. Go support. I mean, we've sat through worse, right? It at least is so engulfing in a cinematography perspective that it doesn't disappoint on that level, and it's worth it just to see what they're trying to do outside of the box. And it really blew me away. It blew me away in a lot of ways, and I'm excited to talk about this. I'm excited to talk about it. So let me know your thoughts down below. I'm excited to hear what you think. And give a like and a follow. I'll see you back here soon. Let's give the people what they want. Come on, get happy. The joke's on us. Laughter's the best medicine. Folie do. Folie don't. Let's give the people what they want to see. Come on down. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? The Joker is wanting to take center stage. He does not want to be locked away.